Dwayne, as far as just the decision itself, first of all, congrats. Second, when did you know that this was what you wanted to do, and how'd you come about that decision?
I mean, playing in the NBA has always been something that I wanted to do, but coming about the decision was just discussing with my parents, discussing with the coaching staff, Coach M, Coach CY. It was really, the discussion that they just put it upon me that they feel like it's time to leave. I came back and got better in every aspect, so they feel like it was the best decision that I had to make for me.
How much did this past year pay off for you?
It paid off a lot for me as far as just maturing a lot. I feel much more comfortable with the decision I made. As far as last year when I made the same decision, I just was shaking when I made the decision last year. So this year I'm excited. I feel like this is the best way to go for me. I feel like a lot of blessings are coming my way, and a lot of people helped me get to this point as far as this team and this coaching staff.
When you said shaking, what do you mean by that?
Last year I didn't feel like I was ready. I had a lot of doubt in me that I just didn't feel like I was ready. And I'm usually not that type of player to where I don't feel like I'm ready for something, but honestly, I just didn't feel like I was ready last year. And this year, this year, I feel like I'm much more mature, got a lot better as far as my game is coming along, and I just feel like I'm mature and ready.
What things did you want to accomplish with this extra year at Florida State, and do you feel like you did those things?
I just wanted to accomplish getting better at my overall game. I feel like I got better on my three, got better at the little mechanics that I need to get better, a better leader, better voice, carrying the team. I mean, we got back in the tournament. That's something that's also a dream that I want to fulfill that we had the chance to do. So I mean, I feel like this year was a very positive year for me.
So on your announcement, you said I will forever be a Seminole. What does coming to Florida State kind of mean to you?
I mean, it meant a lot to me just because it's the home team for me. I know we have Florida, but I never grew up, being a Florida fan. I have family members that have, but Florida State was just something that's in my blood now just because I have family that went here, and it was just a lot of tradition for me to do the same thing that my family members have done. And I mean, it's been amazing here. The coaches, I love them. They treated me like I was their son, like their own blood. The teammates I had was just amazing. We wouldn't have did a lot of things without everybody on our team this year. So it's been an amazing ride.
So for you, what is that next step? Is it getting ready for the combine? Is it choosing an agent? I mean, what is next?
Next is definitely choosing an agent. I won't have any agent meetings until our coaches get back from the Final Four trip. So we'll sit down and then have our meetings then. It's a lot of agents have been hitting me up, but right now I'm just, focused on till they get back, and then we sit down and discuss our agent thing.
Dwayne, just to clarify, you are intending to sign. You don't have any.
Yeah. Okay. Just to clarify, I'm not coming back. I am signing with an agent, so just to let everybody know.
So what is something that you kind of learned from Malik and him going through this process last year?
I mean, it's unforgettable. Is what something I very truly learned from Malik. It's unforgettable. It's something that you should definitely enjoy because you only get this once, and not every player get this.
How did your teammates take the news? You've been able to talk to them?
Yeah, they're very excited for me. Some of those guys are sad, like Terrence. He's sad. He came in with me and Malik, and now that both of us are about to leave, and it's just going to be him. It's kind of a slump moment for him, but I feel like he's going to be a fine guy. He's always the guy that gets motivated by just about anything, just to work harder and harder. So I feel like he's going to be great. And the rest of my teams are just excited for me, happy for me.
What were conversations with your family like?
With my mom, it was just excitement. She was willing to do whatever I wanted to do. She was with me for whatever I want to do. My dad is this type of guy. He don't know much about basketball, so whatever he thinks is that I choose for me that's what he's best with.
A lot of people have regarded you as a first-round talent. Some people said you might go in the second round. What does this opportunity kind of give you for a chance to kind of prove yourself, man?
I mean, it just gives me a lot of motivation for one, just because I feel like I know I can play. A lot of people feel like I can play as well. So, I mean, as long as my name gets called, I don't mind what round. It's just a fulfilling blessing that everybody's name doesn't get called. It's only 2 rounds in a draft, so everybody doesn't get called, unfortunately. So, but as long as my name get called, I'll be fine.
When you think about just kind of what you said, the 2 rounds and this and that, is that something you think about, like what happens when my name gets called? Do you ever think about, okay, what happens if it doesn't? I mean, do you ever have those worries or not so much?
I don't know why I don't have worries if it doesn't. I think it for sure will get called, but I mean, if it doesn't, it's just more fuel to the fire to work. I definitely think it will. That's a part of the situation of me even coming out, because I strongly believe it will. But it's just something that once it get called, it's just excitement. It's a dream that like I said, a lot of guys don't live out, and I'm sure once I hear it get called, it'll be a lot of joy, a lot of tears, but it's just more work that comes from that.
Well, when you look back on your time here, people thought, okay, you were going to be this one and done guy, and then you stay 2 years. Was that always the plan, or was that kind of something that developed over time last year?
Well, the plan was for me to just be the best player I could be while I was here, and get better to where enough talent to where I can play in the NBA someday. I always said if it took 1 year, it took one. If it took two, it took two. If it took three, it took three. But when the coaches and I as well feel like I have enough potential to go in my second year, then that's what I'm fine with. But,
I'm sorry.
you go.
For a player like yourself, Malik and Jonathan, you guys come here and you're off to the NBA. What can you say about what the coaches have done to kind of help you guys have your dreams come true?
They've done a lot, just putting us in the situations to where they know we will succeed. They put me in a mindset where they know they know I like to score the ball, so they put me in a position where I'm here to score the ball for them. And I enjoyed it. There's another guy that's going to be in that position. I don't know who, but it's definitely going to be another guy that come in that's going to be in that position as well. And they just put guys in the best position to succeed as far as they can.
Is that a hard conversation to have with Coach Ham or CY?
Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's the same conversation I had last year, but in this conversation, it was just a lot of things that was perceived as you're leaving. Like it was no comeback talk, because they feel like I feel like I'm ready. They feel like I'm ready. So I mean, it was no comeback talk. It was just a lot of tips of how things are going to go and what should I do, and I'm going to listen to those guys because they helped me along the way.
What do you think you'll remember most about your time here?
Just trying to change the program around. A lot of exciting fans. I would definitely remember the fans just selling out that stretch of games that we had from I don't even know if I think from Florida game to the end of the season, just selling out the crowd, and we haven't done that in years. Getting back to the tournament is also something that's just dream come true. It's fulfilling, and helping the seniors get to the tournament is also something. I would definitely remember this team, because it'll never be the same team, but I'll definitely remember this team just because we did so much to change this program around, and we made a lot of things happen.
You and the team accomplished a lot this season, but with you leaving, Jonathan could leave. What type of talent do you think will be back here next year?
I think they'll still have some great guys. A lot of guys that we had coming off the bench are guys that can potentially start on a lot of teams around the country. So I think they'll have a lot of guys that they couldn't really show everything they had just because you got guys like me and John and Ed. So I feel like a lot of guys will be back that comes off that bench, and there's going to be a couple guys that can finally show what they really can do as far as take their talent to the next level.
Thanks.